Hello guys, in this quick tutorial I'm going to show you how to refill your oil shocks and how to maintain them. So these are my heavy duty oil shocks I used in my MN128 roller. You can see it seems like working fine, but once I take this apart, now you can see there's no damping at all. This can be basically due to few reasons like sometimes this can caused by lack of the oil levels and oil leaks, maybe some friction causes inside the shop. um, so what you basically need is you should have uh, damping distance about one third of the shock shaft length. So you can see in my shocks it's not. For this shocks I'm using this shock oil. This is number 600. About this shock oil, this number is the thickness of your shock oil. Let's remove this top cap. As I told you earlier, now you can see uh, there's no enough oil inside my shocks. So that's the reason for the poor damping and the poor function of these oil shocks. So we are going to fill this up. So in these shocks, the fluid level at least should be up to this top of the shock, and we are going to fill that. Uh, Here I'm using this oil. It's numbered as 600. This number equals to thickness. So in other words, viscosity of your oil. Higher the number, more thickness of your oil, and for the low numbers, less viscosity or less thickness of your shock oil. So for a car like mine, kind of heavy and with some upgrades, so I'm using this 600. Maybe 700 won't be issue, but I won't use below 500 because it's much more softer and it can't bear a big weight. So I'm using 600. It's more balance for heavy crawling and the soft running, soft trail runs. So I'm using 600 for my shocks. Let's remove all of them. And for your maintenance purposes, every time check uh, whether all of these o-rings are intact, and if they are loose or if they are worn out, you have to replace them, otherwise it will cause some oil leaks. um, and when you're buying oil shocks, always please make sure to check if there is uh, oil seal uh, at the top of the oil shock, in between the shock body and the cap. It's more important to prevent oil leak and long lasting of your oil shocks. First, keep all of the shocks in a steady stand, something like this, before you start working on them, and carefully pour some oil into the shock. If you are if you are doing this for the first time, please make sure to remove all the oil inside the shock and replace them with your new shock oil. For the first time, I'm doing this as a maintenance, so I'm not going to do that. uh, when you're adding oil, please add oil until it top off, but leave a little bit of gap in between the top and your oil level. Now there's a clear gap, maybe a millimeter or two gap in between the top of the shock. Once you fill the oil, please give some gentle push, few gentle pushes up and down to remove the air bubbles inside. Please be gentle with it and keep it aside, ideally for about 2-3 hours. But if you are in a rush, 1 hour will be enough. If you are using more thicker oil, like 700, 800, you may have to leave the shocks for a long time period uh, to let all the air bubbles out. And I forgot to mention, when you start filling your shocks, uh, please pull your shock shaft all the way down and start filling. Okay, I kept them about 4 hours, and there's no any air bubbles left inside. You can see it's crystal clear. Now I'm going to insert the top cap. Please only hand tight these things. Don't use any heavy tools to crank this. It will damage your threads. These are just reverse shocks, obviously. I'm not going to adjust them. And you can see still there's no damping. So there's a little bit. So it means that there's no enough pressure inside the shock body. So if you are facing such a situation, you have to add few drops of oil into your shock. You can see this damping distance at least should be 1/3 of your shaft. So I'm gonna add more. Please make sure to pull your shock shaft all the way down before you adding oil. And I'm gonna add some few drops, and again give some pushes up and down, and I'm gonna keep it again for a few minutes to rest. Let's try this again. Now you can see there's a damping, but it seems to me like it's too much. So it pushed back this shock shaft all the way out. So that's not the uh, distance I wanted. So in that case, if you're facing this kind of issue, and also you can see there's a the shock is little bit tight. It makes a pit on my finger. So in that case, I have to remove a bit of oil to reduce the pressure. For that, I'm going to use this small piece of tissue. Let's try that again. This was what I'm talking about. Now they can see it's only about 1/3 of the length of the shock shaft. You're going to need kind of damping for your shocks. Okay, I have filled all my shocks. Let's try them. So now it's much more better than it used to be. So this is how you fill your shocks. Please make sure to check your oil levels time and also your o-rings. If there are any oil leaks, you have to replace your o-rings. And so that's it for today. I hope you did learn something from this quick tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.